All right. So for dinner tonight, we're gonna have tuna noodle casserole. That sounds good. What we call tuna noodle casserole is very simple to make, and it's warm, and it actually tastes really good. So all you need is a pot, some water, mac and cheese, a couple packages of tuna, and some cream of mushroom soup. And that will make a hearty, warm, good meal on a cold evening. So let's get to cooking. This is that Chinese heater slash stove that I did a review on a couple of videos ago. And I had several comments about, well, why didn't you cook something on it? So that's what we're gonna do tonight. The only problem is, when I was loading stuff, I forgot to bring the little grill part that fits right on here, but I was looking, and that's not gonna create an issue at all. So that's a good thing. So let's get to cooking. This is kind of like a choke here. Pull it out. And that gets it to light easier. And that worked really well. All right, let's see how long it takes to boil that water for our mac and cheese. And we are 2 minutes into it, and this bad boy is flat getting it. Look at that. That's pretty impressive. It's been about 7.5 minutes. We're just at that point of almost boiling. So that's 24 ounces of water, and that's not good. Well, boys and girls, I call that a failure. Okay. Plan B. All right, so I got the gas one. This stove has never let me down. Uses the same butane canister. And that'll bring that water to boil here pretty quick. Okay. Like I said, this is a simple recipe. Just a little bit more. This pot that I'm using is a Stanley, and it will double as a colander. So I'm going to be able to drain these noodles really easy. That worked really great. The rest of this is just easy. Add the cheese. Give that a little stir. Add the cream of mushroom. The only thing that would have made this a little better is if I'd had a small can of peas to put in it and maybe a little onion. But for tonight, this isn't bad at all. Really and truly, that makes enough for two, but I'm a pig, so I'll probably eat most of it, if not all of it, tonight. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I think we'll go for a after dinner hike. Won't be much in one probably, but hey, getting out in the woods, that's what it's about, right? Had a lot of rain the past week or two. You can see the trails are wet. Well, we got here kind of late, and I wanted to go ahead and do a video on this new heater that I've got. And then I wanted to have dinner before it got dark. And then, of course, after I ate, I decided, let's go for a walk. So, anyway, it's dark. It's probably about 6:30 or so. It's probably somewhere between 32 and 33 degrees. It's supposed to get down to 23. The main reason I came tonight was I wanted to show you guys some of the changes that I've made and some of the new equipment that I got. Tonight we're going to be just boondocking. No electrical tonight. We're ratcheting it up a notch here. The heater that I got is this Kovea, I believe that's the way you say it, Cupid. And this little guy, I think, is going to work great. Now, as always with any of these, a Mr. Buddy heater, or Mr. Heater Buddy, however that is, or one of those Chinese heaters, or a little stove, whatever you're going to use inside, regardless if it says for outdoor use only or if it says it's okay for indoor use, you want to crack a window or even open it pretty, much, because you don't want to have problems with carbon monoxide. And to make sure you don't, you always want to have the carbon monoxide detector in here with you at all times that you're in here. So that way you just assures that you'll wake up, so to say. So let's get started showing you guys some of the new things. But first, let's light this bad boy and get it warmed up in here. So I think what I'm going to do is open the sliding glass window to start with up front here. And I'm going to open it to about, 2 inches. We'll see how that does. You know what? Let's do it about 1 inch. We can always open it more if it starts to get a lot of condensation. All right, so let me show you this thing. That is going to be nice because it really is putting out the heat. So if you remember from last time, I had a larger plastic tote here. This is a little narrower. It's about the same height. The stove fits on there really well, and it gives me quite a bit more room here to slide in and out. Let's see. The other thing that I think is really cool is this little shelf that I made. And basically, let me set these down out of the way. It is a shelf that just fits right in wherever you need it. And it just fits right in like that and lodges itself right in under the window. And now you've got a shelf that you can use to eat off of, to prepare food on, or I can slide it over here to the other side, get back up in bed, and sit and watch YouTube on it. So that works out pretty good too. So that's just a couple of the changes that I've made to try. The big one that we want to check out tonight is the little heater over there, the little Kovea Cupid. It's a butane heater, and I think it's going to work really well. All right, now I've got that on about medium And from what I understand, when I kick it down to low, it should give me about 6 to 8 hours of heat. I'm not going to let it run during the night, just here while I'm awake, and then again in the morning. Well, it was chilly last night, but once we turned the heater on this morning, got the coffee going, that has made all the difference. As you can see, the windows fogged up quite a bit from the condensation using the butane heater versus an electric heater, but we knew that was going to happen. But whenever the heater is running, it is nice and toasty in here. It's 23 degrees outside. Well, I guess I better get up and get going. I've had a couple of cups of coffee and I've just been relaxing, enjoying this nice warm camper. Listen, thanks for joining us. Hope to see you on the next one. Later.